in appreciation to our human journey, our source code within us, what we think we perceive, where we data capped ourselves, to moving through and understanding ourselves, to meeting ourselves in every facet that creates us, how we see the interactions of the living code within us. For we are all one in unified field connecting. To see and meet ourselves in each and every moment, from the good times and the dark times, so we may understand ourselves and the greater depths that create this tapestry. As we understand ourselves more with compassion, we move through with our hearts, and we're learning to speak our truth within us. We start to see and understand as well whatever may come up for us, whatever part of ourselves within us in our DNA coding, in our history, to understand and move through with compassion, understanding, and as well as allowing ourselves to see the dissolution in the programming there. Even what we've thought and held old belief systems, how things should look like. We learn that we can only move with our hearts and the inner guidance, our soul compass, directing us, moving with it. And if we really are trying to find a challenge against it, and even in those moments, we understand and we come to a greater understanding, to allow ourselves that space to see what is felt, to understand what is really deep within that. And where have we held ourselves stubbornly anchored in what we may challenge within us, and moving past it to greater understanding, to be able to allow ourselves to move energy and have even emotional releases, to really feel it and come into an understanding even as we go through it. So I'm grateful for all that are continuing showing up and showing their heart and the inner heart wisdom that all of us are feeling, sensing, and appreciate the words that many of you so eloquently be able to put into. Grateful for the gratitude, for those bits. For we see that many others are also going through it, in the beauty and the wisdom that is shared. We find ourselves in our hearts back into our centers, allowing us to move with greater compassion for our own being. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. In the greater understanding of ourselves. Thank you. And I'm only simply sharing this bits as it's landing, as I'm in the processing. Even in the uncomfortable parts, the one thing I can understand and know and appreciate for myself. 5 years ago, I would have never seen myself be here. I would have not seen myself be where I am and appreciate every facet of it that I've walked through, that I've been able to crack open and emerge as myself and see more of myself. For the greater love that I have for myself. Simply wide open. Just sharing my musings amid of my art. That I'm in gratitude that I'm able to create. That I would have never thought to be able to create. Writing my thoughts would have been a little bit harder, so I'm doing this video. And I'm only simply sharing the frequency of what is coming in. And it does not matter that you do not know me. But simply is that I honor the peace, the love, and the creation. And I'm in gratitude for all those brothers and sisters. Seen and unseen. In the physicality or those that are connecting across the world, I am so much in deep gratitude for your friendships and connections, for the beautiful tapestry that we continue weaving. Deepest gratitude for you all. May we continue sharing the code and the frequency in our connections, so we all know that we're not alone in this. Much love to all.